Hey guys, got a package from Amazon. I wasn't gonna actually open this one on video, but it's leaking. So I want to do this on video. Something was coming out of it. I have no idea then. That's closed up nice. There was dirt coming out of this. Let me check the package itself inside. No, they're all closed. Interesting. Hey guys, I am going through some of my favorite stones for polishing. I am putting some beautiful colors in here, and I'm putting a batch of fossils in here. I got some National Geographic rock tumbling grit. This was, after extensive research, I found to be the best deal. I'll put the link down below. I was looking for bulk, and this is almost, it's just under about 2.5, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, just under 4 pounds of grit. So I looked at reviews. I spent months actually deciding on which one to get. So I save you all the trouble. You can go ahead and get this one. It is, I'm sure there are better deals out there, but for starting out, this is everything you need. And top rating is on Amazon. So here I have different types of granite and quartz type material. I'm sorting out related hardness type stones. Different things, some are from our yard, some are from our travels around, out and about. Mostly smoother. There's a rougher one. I'm going to experiment with a random rough one here and there. Beautiful colors and unique colors. I hope they show up on the camera. But I'm going to fill this one up a little bit more with them. And then here I've got different fossils, a mixture of different fossils that are not perfect for specimen and display. So we're going to polish them up and see how they turn out. There's a unique stone that will hopefully turn out very well polished. So I'm going to do them all together because that's a different type of hardness, different type of stone altogether. Again, we find a lot of them, even in our gravel we find fossils. They're all over the place around Michigan. So I'm going to do up those batches there. And I'll be back in a few minutes once I get these filled up. Okay, that's about as full as I'm going to go. I'm supposed to go half to 2/3 full. And then fossils. I actually had to take a few out. We have some very unique ones. I'm curious to see how they turn out. I put all the rougher stuff in here. Broken pieces of fossils. See how they turn out when polished. I'd be curious to see how it works. Well, it's going to be weeks, so maybe we'll check in on them from time to time, but I'm going to get these going and let them run. Hey everybody. Continuation of the weekend. I have been amping up security for the past 3 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I have been improving my security system, and very happy that I did so, because the other day, right after I had finished working on a certain part of my system, somebody stopped right here in front of the garage recording us for a while. And I won't go into all the details, but let's just say I got some very nice video and photos and video footage of the vehicle, the person sitting in it, and the license plate. So that turned out very, very nice. I'm happy I did that. I'm going to work on the gate. Today we're going to make it like a barricade with a big board that drops down in. because this little latch is a piece of garbage for this fence. The bolt is not long enough for this purpose. It's useless here. So I'm going to extend out on both sides with 2x4s and make a bracket to drop in a big 2x4 in there to stop, mostly to stop wind. So that's prevent wind damage. Anyway, I am working on, the reason I haven't had any video up the last couple days is because I'm doing security and I'm not going to talk about what I did. And I wasn't even going to do this video here, but my neighbor, the Peeping Ken, is already bragging about how he knows what I have out there already, open in the public comments. So I guess I might as well tell you what I've been up to. Now I'm going to get out and work on the rock polishing. I got to switch that out, and I'm going to continue working on more security. By the time I'm done, I'm going to have 3 layers of security on everything. I'm going to have 3 layers of cameras and 3 layers of alarms everywhere. So in the past they've been able to defeat some layers, but now it's going to be a physical impossibility when I'm done. Some things I may share in my electronics channel, the circuitry and design and development of some electronics I'm going to be working on, so you guys can check that out later. Not today, it'll be a few days before that's up, but keep an eye on the Do-It-Yourself World Electronics for any updates over there. Well, I'm going to get those fossils out of the rock tumbler and see how they look. We're going to switch over to a polish and then let that run for a few days. Now let's head over there. So I got the small rock tumbler off the machine. This has the fossils in it. Hopefully I got a bowl that's large enough to accept everything. I want to save the polishing media. Well, it's pretty much all liquefied. I don't know if there's any grit left in there. There's nothing showing. Nothing left showing in the bowl. There's no grit. I thought there would be something usable left over. I was hoping. So what I want to do is save any media in here for future rock tumbling, if it's salvageable, if there's anything can be saved. We'll see in a few minutes here. So I'm just going to give these all a quick rinse off over the bowl, get any grit into the bowl that I can save, and then I'll wash these more thoroughly. So let me get these out and we'll be back in a few minutes. So let's have a look at some of these. My favorites are the little ones like this that have these unique patterns and little tiny pieces of fossil in them. These ones here are turning out very nice. That's probably what it's going to look like polished. Gives you an idea. Look at all the little pieces of fossil in there. It's just amazing. And then there's some weird ones. I just threw it in there to see how it would turn out. And then there's some pieces of coral. There's a mixture of other pieces of fossil in there. That could be a horn coral piece, fragment. And then there's some, I think they're favosites is what they're called. Charlevoix stone, another coral. There's, oh, that looks like a piece of either cement or conglomerate. I don't know how I got that one in there, but it's cool. See how that polishes up. Well, we have a mixture of fossil fragments, either from the beach or from our yard, that I'm polishing up. I just want to see how they turn out. Anyway, this was I didn't use the coarsest grit, I used the next one down. And then the next we'll get into the polishing. The final, the last two polishing grits. So there's a unique pattern in there. Hope that shows up on the camera. But that's neat. Just a neat pattern. I think I hit that with my hand. Well, anyway, there's some ideas. That could be a... Oh, wow, look at that. It looks like a piece of meat. Look at the layers in there. So I'm going to go ahead and reset put all the stones back into the polisher, give it a rinse again, make sure there's no grit left. We don't want any coarse grit in our fine polish. That would not be good now, would it? Hit that again. Clean that barrel up. And then I'm going to put all the stones back in here with the next finer polish. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you around the garden. I have to show you a couple of really neat things that are growing, and then we'll get this video up to you today. Now this is unique. That's taro from the Philippines. And you can buy it in the grocery store here, rare occasionally. And plant the root is edible, and so is the leaf, and it's really good the way she cooks it. I love that. And that's growing right here in a shady spot in a kiddie pool. My soldiers roaming the land, devouring anything that moves, protecting us from ticks and from other insects. I love them. They're my soldiers because they march back and forth all over, eating everything that moves. And they're nature's watchdogs, alarms. They'll shriek and make a horrible noise if they get upset or don't know you. Now here's a garden that Melanie left and forgot about. I'm not sure if those are radishes or beets or what they were. I'm going to have to dig them out. Nothing grew for all summer. And then we've got some kind of squash or something over here growing. Her, whatever it was she had here, went to seed and bolted, so we're going to keep the seeds. And then we've got 3 cabbage plants coming up, looking beautiful. So this was an abandoned garden because nothing grew, and now everything's taken off. It looks like corn. I don't know how corn got in there. Here we have carrots, and I see that rabbits are getting in. She doesn't know how, but rabbits are getting in and devouring them totally. She saw a rabbit. So we've got a hole in our fence line somewhere, or I fenced in some rabbits, and they're just thriving in our garden. And then there's something else she's got. I don't know what that is, but it's looking healthy. Could be a bok choy type thing she has. This was another abandoned garden, but now everything's starting to grow. Unfortunately, the rabbits are devouring that, so I'm going to have to do something about that here and get them out. They might be trapped in with us. Now, I'm just briefly passing by this bed, but that catnip is just amazing. That is so nice. I still have to do some cleaning. I got out here with my knee in limited motion. I'm not doing very well, but I'm trying to clean this up. It's very fertile and everything's trying to take over. But that turned out well. We've got a summer squash growing on here. So we've got another round of summer squash coming, which is great to have another wave. Now check out this ginormous herb bed. This is insane how this has grown this year. It's just full, loaded with pollinators. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. Just this plant right here. I can't even count them all. It's so many. They're moving so much. So many pollinators. Really, really healthy plants. So I'm probably going to harvest some of the plants for winter use and cooking. And this one also needs weeding. It's hard for me to keep up because of my knee, but even my marigold came back. That got killed in the spring freeze. But my little catmint has covered a massive portion of the hill. And then The tarragon is a shrub. I didn't know it was a little bush like that. And then over here, the mint is just unbelievable, beyond my imagination. But what I wanted to show you, look at this. That is a mint plant. I think that was the lemon mint that I planted from seed. A tiny, tiny, tiny little seed became this gigantic plant. Thick stalks. Just incredible. And also full of pollinators. Not as much as the other, but there's a lonely wasp or bee type thing buzzing around it. But look at the flowers on that. It's so pretty. And in the skull cap, also from seed, is this little one with the little tiny purple flowers on it. It's being overshadowed by this gigantic but beautiful plant. I love my mint variety of plants. I love them so much. And here is either rhubarb or burdock. I may have planted rhubarb here, but because the rodents kept digging up and trashing everything, I'm not sure if that's rhubarb or burdock now. So I'm going to have to wait till next year and have a look at it. I don't know if you guys can tell me by looking at it. The stems are not as purpley as I'm familiar with, but it's still a young plant. That was from a root that I bought, a dry root in a bag. If that's what that is, that could be burdock, but I can't tell. It looks like softer, fuzzy leaves. So let me know what you think, guys, if that's whichever that is. Well, I'm going to get this video out to you. I just wanted to share this with you. It's incredible how this one is growing. Please do like this video and leave a comment below. Every bit of interaction helps get my channel back where it's supposed to be. Oh, look at that. I did not know there's a beautiful red yarrow mixed in with the whites. That's one plant. I had no idea. Look at that. Neat. Yarrow is also medicinal, so that's why that's in here.